Before money existed, how did humans decide value? Was a handful of grain worth a tool? Was food worth loyalty? Was survival worth obedience? For thousands of years, humans lived without money, yet nothing was ever free. This is the story of value before coins existed. Prehistoric Era, 1900 to 3000 BC. In early human societies, exchange was not transactional. There were no prices, no markets, and no numbers. Food, tools, and shelter moved through trust, kinship, and survival. A handful of grain represented days of life. Meat from a hunt carried status and honour. Stone tools embodied time, skill, and human labour. Exchange created obligation, not profit. Refusing to share could mean exclusion, and exclusion meant death. Value was social long before it became economic. Mesopotamia, 3000 to 2000 BC. As villages became cities, trust alone was no longer enough. In Mesopotamia, value became measurable. Silver was not money, it was weight. The shekel was not a coin, but a unit of measure. Grain became wages. Beer became rations. Workers were paid in food, not currency. Transactions, debts, and obligations were recorded on clay tablets. Debt emerged, and with debt came inequality. A failed harvest could turn a farmer into a servant or a slave. Money still did not exist, but value was now controlled. Bronze and Early Iron Age, 2000 to 1000 BC. As metalworking advanced, metal became stored value. Bronze and silver could be saved, weighed, and taxed. But without coins, scales meant power. Those who controlled weights controlled society. Barter was no longer equal. Elites measured value. Farmers paid in grain. Soldiers were rewarded in metal. Exchange became political. Value was no longer shared, it was enforced. The Crisis of Barter, 1000 to 650 BC. By 1000 BC, barter was failing. Trade expanded beyond villages, across seas and cultures. Weights were manipulated, measures were disputed. Trust collapsed. Every transaction required negotiation. Every exchange risked conflict. Society needed a new solution. Not more barter, not more trust, but a standard. Money was not invented to create wealth. It was invented to restore trust, to make value portable, to make exchange fair, to allow trade between strangers. Around 650 BC, the first coins appeared, and the world would never be the same again.